Donald Trump just addressed the nation in honor of Charlie Kirk and said, I'm going after every political dissident that criticizes the Republicans. Wake up! Trump addresses the nation? What?
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination
He did a State of the Nation for this. That's crazy.
of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy.
Why is everybody saying AI? Why is everyone saying AI? Why would he cover his left hand if it was AI, chat?
Justice and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth.
I can't deal with this.
Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, it's now illegal to criticize Republicans because otherwise, people shoot Republicans sometimes. They shoot at Democrats mostly. It's now making it illegal to criticize Republicans, no matter how hard they say you should.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yep, Laura Loomer. Here we go, baby. Oh, man. Remember what I told you? There's two different things that I'm worried about. One was decentralized violence from people who are seeking out revenge fantasies. And then I said, I also worry about the administration using this as an opportunity to engage in unimaginable political repression, going after political dissidents. Well, both of those things are happening.
Law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others, radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love.
No mention of the Minnesota? Yeah, of course not. And also, if he were to mention it, he would say it's a radical leftist that killed them too. Also, free speech? What do you mean free speech, brother? What the f*** are you talking about? Your administration has unironically eroded what remained of the limited constitutional protections around free speech.
Love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory. May God watch over his family. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
When a Republican calls someone a terrorist, that person goes to jail. When a liberal calls someone a Nazi, that person feels bad for a brief moment until they realize, no, actually, they are a Nazi, and that's good. Okay, I'm going to go back to 0.18 because there's a cut there, and that's the reason why it's
tonight,
AI.
All who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot.
I cannot begin to explain how stupid you guys are. Stop. Stop, dude. It's just a different frame rate. Stop.
Horror. Charlie was a patriot.
Bro, you are the stupid one. Oh my God. It's a little sus. I'm not going to lie. Dude, it most likely is artificially boosted like a filter.
Are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot.
Yeah, the tree moved when he moved his hands. I see it. The tree in the background moved when he moved his hands. One must ask the question, is this worthwhile to pursue? Okay, is this AI? What if it is AI? What changes about the dynamic? Because some of you guys fail to comprehend that Donald Trump just used the Charlie Kirk assassination to say he is going to go after political dissidents. And some of you the chat are like, it's AI! What? Who cares? The president just officially declared war on political dissidents, and you're looking at some Adobe Premiere artificially boosted artifacting that took place in the background of the video. Wake up! Donald Trump just addressed the nation in honor of Charlie Kirk and said, I'm going after every political dissident that criticizes the Republicans. And your asses are focusing on AI. Obviously, Donald Trump is not a protector of free speech at all. And I think the reason why he mentioned this is because he's not a protector of free speech at all. And he mentioned this because he wants to go after any sort of free expression of political dissidents.
They are at war with us. Whether we want to accept it or not, they are at war with us. And what are we going to do about it?
Kara, what do you make of that rhetoric?
I'm not at war with Jesse Waters or Steve Bannon or anything else. I think it's dangerous, and I think what happens is it gets amplified and weaponized online. I've talked about this a lot, and then it just goes on, and it goes into the right-wing conspiracy. We don't know anything right now, and so why don't we wait until we figure out what happened here? At the same time, lower the temperature, and it's very hard to do that online because it's so attractive to scream and yell and dunk, and sometimes it's funny, but much of the time, like this, it's incredibly ugly.
This is not going to lead to gun control. If you think that it's going to lead to gun control, you're wrong. They didn't lead to gun control after Steve Scalise was shot at the congressional baseball game, and that dude had actively pushed for legislation that ended up unironically harming him. Like he was a A-ranked NRA A-ranked congressperson. So I don't think it'll go anywhere for gun control at all. I think this will be utilized by the administration to enact unimaginable political repression for those who they have designed, who they have designated as enemies of the state, leftists. But yeah, the president is laying a pretext for investigations and other actions against a currently undefined group of people and organizations in the wake of Kirk's murder in ways he has not for other murders. As much as Edward Isaac Dover despises me, ironically enough, I would fall victim to this kind of investigation, and he probably wouldn't have an issue with that. He's right. This is a truly terrifying statement that he just put out there, and it seems like CNN's not really talking about it. Do I think Kirk will be MAGA's Horst Wessel? Yes, I do. I think it's happening right now. I don't think the media hagiography will have to move the needle. For instance, the Facebook squishy libs are not buying it from what I can tell. I mean, there isn't the same level of like anger and resentment towards Charlie Kirk, and so there isn't the, like, a lot of people that are aware of his worldview are not as they're disturbed about the incident, but they're not as, like, let's just say, sad, right? Well, plenty of people don't know about Charlie Kirk's background at all. They only know him as just like an influencer that owns the libs or whatever. Going viral? What is happening?
Before people say, wear a bulletproof vest.
Oh, yeah,
Again,
this
he got
from
shot
earlier
in the
today.
neck. A bulletproof vest would not have saved Charlie Kirk, okay? Security did not save Charlie Kirk. The only thing that could have potentially saved Charlie Kirk from getting shot in the neck was if our administrations, prior to this one and this one as well, actually had reasonable gun control as a policy provision in the immediate aftermath of, I don't know, 100 other school shootings that took place. This is why I keep responding over and over again to people that go, hey man, why don't you get security? Hey man, why don't you get a vest? There's nothing. None of those things will save you.
They're going to blame South Park. They're going to blame the left. And it's very obvious that Donald Trump is going to use, it has already signaled that he's using this death. He called Charlie Kirk a martyr in the video. Things are going to get so much worse, dude. So much worse.